Hello and welcome to this Monday, August 19th, 2019 episode of the Law of Success Mastermind. Now, today's episode is part two of two on building a positive mental attitude. Relate to every circumstance in your life as something that has happened for the best, for it may be that your saddest experience will bring you your greatest assets. If you give time a chance to mellow your distress, divert any urge for control over others, squelch it before it destroys you. Channel that energy into better control over yourself. Occupy your mind with doing what you want to do so that no time will be left for it to stray to the things you do not want to do. Attune your mind to attract the things and situations you desire by expressing in a daily prayer your gratitude for what you already have. Demand a reasonable amount of dividends from life every day instead of waiting to receive them. You will be surprised to learn how many of the desirable things in life are already yours, even though you have not noticed them. Live in a style that suits your physical and spiritual requirements, and don't waste time keeping up with the Jonases. Refuse to heed anyone's advice unless that person is willing to give you satisfactory evidence of the soundness of his or her counsel. You will save yourself from hucksters, the misguided, and fools. Discern that personal power does not come from the possession of material things alone. Mahatma Gandhi led his nation to freedom without a fortune. Exert yourself so that you keep your body in shape. Mental ailments can easily spring from physical ones, and your body, like your mind, must be kept active to remain positive. Reinforce the habit of tolerance and keep an open mind on all subjects and toward all people, no matter what their race or creed. Learn to like people just as they are, instead of demanding that they be just as you want them to be. Admit that love is the finest medication for your body and your soul. Love changes the entire chemistry of your body and conditions it for the expression of a positive mental attitude. It also extends the space you occupy in the hearts of others. The best way to receive love is to give love. Return every benefit you receive with one of equal or greater value. The law of increasing returns will operate in your favor, and eventually, or perhaps very soon, it will give you the capacity to get everything you are entitled to. A positive mental attitude works both ways. Avoid the fear of old age by remembering that nothing is ever taken from you without being replaced by something of equal or greater value. Youth, for instance, is replaced by wisdom. Trust that adequate solutions can be found for all your problems, but accept the fact that the solutions may not always be the ones you want. Rely on the examples of others to remind you that any disadvantage can be overcome. Thomas Edison had only 3 months of formal schooling, yet he was the greatest inventor who ever lived. Helen Keller was without sight, hearing, or speech, yet she inspired millions. A definite major purpose is stronger than any limitation. Welcome friendly criticism instead of reacting to it negatively. Embrace any opportunity to learn how others see you, and use it to take inventory of yourself and look for things which need improvement. Do not fear criticism, encourage it. Create a mastermind alliance with others dedicated to the principles of success. Discuss your progress and insights and gain the benefit of a much wider range of experience. Always keep these meetings on a positive plane. Grasp the differences between wishing, hoping, desiring, and having a burning desire to achieve your goal. Only a burning desire gives you a driving motivation, and it can be fueled only by a positive mental attitude. Abstain from negative conversations, especially carping, gossip, or tearing apart other people's reputations. These activities condition your mind to think negatively. Discipline your mind to shape your destiny toward whatever purpose in life you have chosen. Seize every one of the benefits in the rewards envelope and make them yours. Be yourself at all times. Neither you nor anyone else trusts a phony. Say nothing that does not reflect your positive mental attitude. Believe in the existence of infinite intelligence, which makes it possible for you to draw on all the power you need to take possession of your own mind and direct it toward whatever you choose. Believe in your ability to become free and self determining, and put that belief to work by acting upon it. Do it now. Believe that the American form of government guarantees you the freedom and privileges necessary to pursue your definite major purpose. Work to defend those freedoms as needed. Believe in the people you are associated with and recognize that if they are not worthy of your belief, you have the wrong associates. And finally, read this lesson once a week for 6 months. You will so thoroughly indoctrinate yourself in these habits and mind conditioners that your mental attitude will become and remain positive at all times. The 2% who succeed. The overwhelming majority of people never recognize the difference between wishing and believing. They never take 6 steps that will help them use their minds to attain their desires. These steps are summarized below, along with my observations based on a lifetime of study of the percentage of people who attain each one. Number 1. Most people go through life merely wishing for things. These wishes are as fleeting as the wind. They have no power to shape anything. Number of people who stop here are 70%. Number 2. A much smaller percentage develop their wishes into desires. They want the same thing constantly, but that is the end of their commitment. They represent 10%. 3. A still smaller percentage develop their wishes and desires into hope. They dare to imagine from time to time that they might get what they seek. I estimate they constitute 8%. 4. An even smaller group translates that hope into belief. They expect what they want will happen, and these people number 6%. A smaller group of people crystallize their wishes, desires, and hopes into belief, then into burning desire, and finally into faith. They constitute 4%. 6. Finally, a very few people take the last 2 steps and then make a plan to get what they want and carry it out. They apply their faith with positive mental attitudes. This group is only 2%. Positive mental attitude, 2%. Positive mental attitude is so important. The outstanding leaders in every walk of life are the people in the 6th group. They recognize the power of their own minds. They seize that power and direct it toward whatever they choose. When you take this step, the word impossible will have no meaning for you. Everything will be possible for you, and you will manage to get it. Join the 2% Club. Here are the requirements for membership in the 2% Club. Only you will measure your success in meeting them. Number 1, adjust yourself to other people's states of mind and peculiarities so that you can get along peacefully with them. Observe a dog and learn the art of self control by watching how quickly it adjusts itself to its master's moods. Number two, ignore trivial circumstances in your relations with others. Do not let them become controversies. Big people look past small slights. Three, establish control of your mind at the start of each day, using the techniques for building a positive mental attitude. Maintain that attitude throughout the day. Four, learn the art of selling yourself indirectly. Be persuas- by persuasion and example rather than by hard sell. Five, develop a hearty laugh as a means to release anger. Six, analyze all your setbacks and determine their causes. Discover the seed of equivalent benefit in each circumstance. Seven, concentrate your mind on the can do portion of the tasks you face. Don't worry about the cannot do portion unless until you meet it face to face. By that time, the can do portion will have shown you the way to success. 8. Turn all unpleasant circumstances into opportunities for positive action. Make this an automatic habit and your success will multiply. 9. Remember that no one can win all the time, no matter how much he deserves it. When you do not get exactly what you wanted, maximize your gain by increasing your understanding of yourself. 10. Look on life as a continuing learning process, and even bad experiences will become good ones. Remember that every thought you release comes back to you multiplied in its effect. Monitor your thoughts, and make sure you send out only those whose fruits you are willing to receive. 12. Avoid associates with negative mental attitudes. Their attitudes will rub off on you and poison every effort you engage in. 13. Be aware of the dual nature of your personality. You have a positive side with a great capacity for belief and a negative side with an equal capacity for disbelief. Exercise the first, and the second will wither away. 14. Recognize that prayer brings the best results when you have sufficient faith to see yourself already in possession of the things you are praying for. This calls for a positive mental attitude of the highest order. You can see how a positive mental attitude relies upon and reinforces so many of the principles crucial to personal achievement. You need a definite major purpose, applied faith in that purpose, and the personal initiative to act in ways that express your PMA. The next two chapters will teach you more principles that both support and sustain your PMA. The cultivation of success is a complex, organic process. Whatever you advance in acting on one of its tenets. Whenever you advance in acting on one of its tenets, you advance in others. So next week will be control your enthusiasm. So tomorrow is in the book Think and Grow Rich. I'm sorry, not Think and Grow Rich, The Law of Success. And it's going to not be positive mental attitude, I don't believe. Okay. Let's take a look here. We've got the mastermind, a definite chief aim, self-confidence, the habit of saving and the habit of saving, initiative and leadership, imagination, enthusiasm, self-control, habit of doing more than paid for, pleasing personality, accurate thought, concentration, cooperation, failure, tolerance, the golden rule. I'm going to go with the golden rule. I like that. So tomorrow will be the golden rule. What? So I'll read about 20 pages of that tomorrow. Thank you for another episode of the Law of Success Mastermind. Tomorrow we will be in The Law of Success by Napoleon Hill, and we'll be on the Golden Rule. Thank you for another episode of the Law of Success Mastermind. To check out what we are working on, head on over to happyherostudio.com or inspirelansing.com first. Thank you. Have a great night.